Very exciting news. Envelopments finally opened their doors again after over 2 years. And today we are going to unbox a paper swatch from them. Now, this paper swatch is for anyone who wants to be a wholesaler, which means you are a wedding invitation designer and you are going to be ordering envelopes and cards or any other type of paper products from them in bulk because your client has a 100-person or 300-person wedding. And so this is the sample of paper swatches that are available for you, so you can touch and feel them, see the colors like in real life, and choose from there. So let's take a look inside. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Pretty Fabulous, and I help online businesses create beautiful digital downloads using Adobe InDesign, including wedding invitations. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Tuesday, or extra unboxings like today, because this is very exciting. Envelopments has literally been shut down since COVID. Other people kind of kept their doors open, but they totally just ceased all operations. So this is the first that I've heard of them doing any sort of orders or work or anything like that. So let's go ahead and look at this swatch. All right, this was $50 plus tax and shipping. And they used to have these massively huge, beautiful wedding invitation books, like the ones that you see at Papyrus, or used to see at Papyrus, which is now out of business. But as far as I know, they don't have those available anymore. This is all you get. So for $50, you get 1, 2, 3 different swatches. And it looks like these swatches are split by the type of paper. So if we look over here, we can see envelopment swatches, classic deck. And over here, we have the envelopment swatches, naturals deck. And then finally, over here, we have the envelopments swatches, accents deck. And these are all pretty thick. Let's just compare these. I think the accents are the hugest, the biggest, the largest pile. And then the next comes the naturals, and last is the classic. So let's start. You can kind of see too the different colors between them. So these look like a black, white, and gray. These look more like mauve, or not mauve, beige, yellowish kind of tones. And the accents are like bright and colorful. So depending on what client you have is probably your go-to. So usually the higher end weddings will use this classic deck. And the nice thing about the swatches is you can kind of see, I shouldn't say kind of, you can totally see the actual paper that is in here. And then you're going to be able to feel it and feel how thick it is. So we have a noir, we have an ebony, we have an ebony bark, we have a black linen, we have a classic black. And I know it's hard to tell in these this video like what that actually looked like. So we have an India ink, we have vinyl, we have volcanic glass, we have black diamond, and you might want to kind of shimmer it in the light to see if it makes a difference. So the black diamond shimmers, so does the volcanic glass. However, when we go back up here to the very beginning, the ebony, totally matte, absolutely no reflection at all. Same thing with the ebony bark, but there is some sort of, it's very faint. It looks very much like it was cut out of a tree. So you can see some wood lines inside there. Black linen does look just like you'd think linen, but because it's black, it's really, really hard to tell. And then over here, what you have is, now we're going to move on to gray, and you get graphite, which is a nice shimmery kind of gray, but then you also have fedora gray, which is more of a matte color, and you have dark pine, which kind of looks more dark green than it does really a gray. You have asphalt, you have soft gray, so a ton of different, I'll just kind of flip through these, don't worry, I won't go through all of them. All these different color variations and the different patterns that are on here as well. So we have silver and white, and some of these, it's really careful that you flip these over because they'll have a different pattern sometimes on the front than the back. Some of them are the same on both sides. And this has polished silver and an ivory. So it's really important that you go through this deck first and figure out which ones do and don't, so that you know what to advise to your clients. Like, that's a very pretty gold glitter, but maybe you have a client that really wants a shiny kind of color on the other side. And you're not going to be able to show these exactly when you show them to clients. Most likely you are going to, like if I was going to show a wedding envelope with the glitter with the wood on the back, I would just probably pick a wood pattern, again, because that extension for Adobe Illustrator does not work. And then I would pick a glitter background, or I would pick a metallic foil to kind of show what all of these different invitations will actually look like once my client gets them. And of course, there are a ton of different whites and shades of white. So here's the thing, when you're working with clients, it's up to you to decide. You can definitely show them all of these. They're probably going to get overwhelmed. However, if you just have a few that you've already put into designs, you're going to be in good shape. So same thing on these. You can check really quickly and see what has a different design on the back versus on the front, the different colors options that you have over here. And then here's the last one, our super bright and colorful one. I believe these are just, they don't come in variations with another color on the back. I believe these are only one color front and back, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Iced aubergine and then aubergine. Okay, so I was wrong. They do have kind of a few of them have different colors on the different sides. But yeah, if you have someone who really wants different colors, this is your go-to swatch. And you'll notice these are just so much smaller. So, you know, I'm used to that massively huge book that they used to give out, which had a ton of paper samples in it and sample wedding invitations. And it just looked much more beautiful and nicer just to look at in person. So if you have clients that you're meeting with in person, I would 100% just start making your own mock wedding invitations, start ordering them from Envelopments, and then put them in your own book. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is maybe just use something really easy, like a glue stick, and then glue them in there into a big binder. So that is everything that you can now get from Envelopments when you sign up as a wholesaler. You pay $50 and you get all of these paper swatches.